Hi K-Astrology family, welcome back, and if you're new to this channel, welcome. My name is Cailin, and on K-Astrology I post all kinds of content related to astrology, tarot, spirituality and occult knowledge. So if this kind of content interests you, please subscribe to my channel. You can also find me on Instagram, where I'm very active, on Twitter and on Facebook as well. This month I'm going to be doing a new series on all 12 astrological signs and how the astrological events of October are going to impact those signs. So please watch your ascendant sign video, otherwise known as your rising sign, first and foremost, ahead of sun or moon signs. Despite the fact that you may identify more with your moon sign or your sun sign, you will get the most accurate reading if you watch my ascendant sign video. By all means, you can watch all three, but if you're only going to watch one today, watch your ascendant sign video. So for the month of October, it's pretty jam-packed full of lots of things going on. The most important one, I think, is that we're starting to feel the effects of the Mercury retrograde pre-shadow period, which is always about 2 weeks-ish before Mercury actually stations retrograde. That will be on the 14th of October. But you'll definitely be feeling those energies from the beginning of October. You might even feel that from the end of September. I've certainly been feeling that myself. And anyone who's a Gemini rising or Virgo rising, sun or moon, you will feel that more strongly than anyone else, as will Scorpio for this month. So with Mercury being in retrograde until November the 4th or 5th, you are going to find that exes are going to be popping up out of the woodwork, whether that's ex-partners, ex-friends, or people who used to be in your life. It doesn't have to necessarily have ended on bad terms, but you'll just find that people start messaging you out of the blue or calling you out of the blue to catch up or just to chat. And that's going to have a big impact on wherever you have Scorpio in your birth chart. That is where Mercury will be transiting. For the rest of the month, we will also be seeing Pluto turning direct on the 4th of November, and we're going to see 2 full moons this month, a full moon in Aries on the 1st of October and a full moon in Taurus on the 31st of October. And in addition to that, Venus will be in Virgo for almost the entire month. And we've got a couple of other things happening in the month as well. So enough of the preamble, I'll get into the individual videos now. So make sure you are watching the right video for you. And like I said earlier, you can definitely watch all 3 for your sun, moon and rising. Hi, my beautiful Libra sun, moon and risings. Thank you so much for clicking on this video. I hope you guys are enjoying Libra season. It is your season until about the 22nd of October, so enjoy it while you can. Now, you've had Mars transiting your 7th house since mid-July, where it will continue to stay until mid-December. The retrograde period for Mars is the 9th of September until the middle of November. So your 7th house rules partnerships and one-on-one relationships of all kinds. So that includes your life partner, intimate partner, your spouse, business partner, very close friends, so one-on-one friendships. And I mean like your best friend, not just like, Jane Doe or Joe Bloggs off the street. These are your closest people to you, but it's also your one-on-one clients as well. Now, with Mars retrograde in your 7th house, Mars is the planet of anger and aggression, and I know you Libras hate that. And there's been discord and arguments in your relationships, and it's probably driving you crazy, and it's probably been going on since at least September, if not July. And I know you guys are sick of it, but I just want to touch on where all of these issues will be cropping up for you. So it could be that, tensions are running high simply because you're not getting along and you're having arguments, or it could be because of disagreements regarding where you're living or things to do in your home, because you are having this square from the Capricorn stellium in your 4th house. So you have Jupiter, Saturn, and Pluto that are all in your 4th house at the moment, which rule your home life. And what's going on at home, whether that's you guys are new parents, you've got infants, or if one of you or both of you has to take care of your elderly grandparents or even parents. These sorts of issues are having a spillover effect into your one-on-one relationship. Now, it could play out as you guys are arguing over where you're living. One of you wants to relocate or the other one, doesn't want to. Or it could be that, you could work together in business and you're taking your problems at home to your work relationship. Or if you are not in a relationship and this is to do with your business partner, it could be that your private issues, your problems that are happening in the home, you're bringing this with you to work and it's causing issues. Now, it doesn't have to be a full-blown argument or, outright yelling at one another. With Mars being retrograde, it's more like this simmering tension just beneath the surface. But it is tangible, it is palpable, and it might reach some kind of climax on the 1st of October, give or take a few days. Certainly, it could occur throughout the month of October until we have the second full moon on the 31st, because the full moon in Aries is happening in your 7th house, and it's conjunct Chiron, which is an asteroid. It represents, in Greek mythology, it represents a gifted healer who was able to heal everyone except for himself. So it is kind of a spiritual placement. It doesn't mean it has to be that deep. It could simply be that you don't even know why you're causing arguments with your partner or why they're picking arguments with you. When we have this occurring in the 7th house of partnerships, it can play out as you are subtly provoking your partner, and then they're the one that lashes out at you, and you're like, oh my God, I didn't say anything. Like, why are you yelling? Why are you raising your voice? But you're actually doing something deliberately. You might not even be aware of it, might be subconscious, but you're like pushing their buttons, and then they're lashing out at you, and you're like, what the hell? And you might have a sudden epiphany or realization as to why you haven't been getting along with your partner during this period. Now, if none of this is, resonating with you at the moment, it could simply be that you and your partner are completely fine. Like, you guys don't have any issues. You're not arguing. Cailin, what the hell are you talking about? It might just be that your partner is going through a really tough time in their personal life, and it could have nothing to do with you. It could just be that, they're going through some sort of identity crisis, or just a shift in mentality, or a shift in, how they want to proceed with their life. They're really just like rediscovering what it is that they want to do that's going to make them happy. And obviously, you gentle Libras are always supportive of your partner and your friends. But on another level, we do have the new moon occurring in your 1st house. So there's a new moon in Libra on the 16th of October. And this is a great opportunity for you to do something just for you because you deserve it. It could be, getting a new haircut, treating yourself to a new, like a makeover, or just taking time out for yourself, because you guys are givers and you're always the first one to, put someone else before you, and you're always compromising for others or placating them or being people pleasers, no offense. but you guys, you know it's true. But anyway, you're going to do something for you, and because there's this opposition from Mars being in the 7th house and the square from the 4th house, this new beginning which you're embarking on, which, you know, it doesn't have to be as superficial as a makeover. It could be like you're rediscovering what makes you uniquely you and what makes you happy and what you want to do in life. And you could find that this discovery or this choice is actually receiving some sort of disapproval, either from your partner or from, let's say, the other or the audience, because it's the house that's furthest away from you. So people in your life, again, doesn't have to be your partner or business partner, whatever, they might not be understanding why you want to take this new course of action, or why you're suddenly interested in, you know, pursuing this interest, or, you know, this area, taking an area of your life to the next level, or to a completely unexpected direction. So Libra, don't be too concerned about any, you know, shade that might be coming your way from other people. You know, you have to do something for yourself once in a little while. Now we have Venus, which is your ruling planet, transiting your 12th house for almost the entire month. So from the 3rd of October until the 28th of October, Venus is in your 12th house, and the 12th house represents our imagination, our fantasies, like fantasy life. You know, you could be escaping by watching a lot of TV or getting lost in a good book. It also rules faraway lands, foreign lands, and anything which is isolated or secluded in nature. So you could be in isolation, like me, and you could actually be really enjoying it and finding that this is actually giving you an opportunity to explore, you know, your creative side, your artistic side, because the 12th house also rules music, and it is one of the houses which represents creativity. So you could really be enjoying this time alone by yourself. You could be enjoying a spa day, a spa retreat, because again, that's a secluded space, a secluded place. And with Venus, that's that represents how we indulge and how we enjoy ourselves and what we like to spend money on. So maybe you're spending money going to retreats. You could be spending money on overseas travel at this time, or this is a lower manifestation of that. Venus is what we like to indulge in, and the 12th house rules any kind of way that we can escape. So you could be overindulging in alcohol, you could be overindulging in recreational substances. You know, it doesn't have to be that. It could even be watching way too much TV or reading for like 15 hours a day, and you're trying to procrastinate and avoid a situation which really needs your attention. It doesn't have to be that. It can be some of those things, all those things, or a combination. But moving right along to Mercury in Scorpio, this is transiting your 2nd house. Now, anytime Mercury is retrograde, it basically opens up a whole lot of potential for miscommunications, misunderstandings, misplacing important documents and paperwork, contracts, etc. And it also signifies things going wrong regarding messaging devices and all kinds of technology. So just be careful. Be careful not to misplace anything valuable, any of your possessions. The 2nd house rules valuables, possessions. It also rules your self-worth. It's what you value, right? So your self-value, your self-worth, your self-esteem. So with Mercury being retrograde in the 2nd house, again, there's a number of ways that this can play out. One is that you can misplace something that is very valuable to you, a possession of yours. It doesn't have to be, you know, worth $1,000. It could be something of sentimental value. Whatever it is, be extremely careful with your belongings. Make sure that you have secured them, and that there's no potential for anything to, you know, be taken from you. With Mercury in Scorpio, the Scorpio element there can be a bit underhanded, this particular Mercury in retrograde. It's nothing to be too concerned about if you take the right precautions. But on another level, if you are purchasing something valuable, like a possession or whatever, don't do that during this period, or make sure that you know exactly what that's worth, because Mercury rules sales, business, commerce, and trade. And in your second house, there's this, like, you know, there's this concern that you might not be getting your money's worth if you make a purchase at this time without having the right information. I want to take back what I said. Don't not do it, but just be really careful that you have all of the information, that you have all of the facts. Now, it does work both ways. If you have something that's a possession of yours or valuable and you want to sell it, make sure you know what it's worth. My brother-in-law recently had this this chessboard that he picked up at a garage sale for $10, and he put it on eBay, and someone was like way too keen, and they were like, yeah, I'm on the train, I'm coming right now. And he was like, what the hell? I'm not home, don't come, like whatever. Got it valued, it was worth $800. That was way too much information. All I'm saying is, right now, during Mercury retrograde, what something is worth may not be what you think it is or what the other person thinks it is. So just be mindful of that. Mercury is retrograde from the 14th of October, but you will be feeling the effects for the entire month, even from as early as late September, definitely early October, because there's a 2-week shadow period, a pre-shadow period, and there's a 2-week post-shadow period. So even though it goes direct on the 3rd or the 4th of November, just wait until like mid to late November until you start making those decisions regarding valuables and possessions and all the rest of it. Lastly, on that particular note, it might not be anything to do with the material plane. You could have a total shift in mentality of how you view yourself, how you value yourself. You know, all of a sudden you might just have like a newfound, you know, confidence, self-esteem, and you're like, oh, I didn't even, realize that I didn't value myself enough and that I wasn't giving myself enough credit. You guys are going to be doing a lot of introspection during this time. If you're that way inclined, obviously, we're not all super deep thinkers, but try journaling and writing down how you feel about yourself, how confident you feel, and just try to psychoanalyze what your current mentality is regarding your self-worth and your self-value, because this is actually going to feed into the new moon being in the first house, which I mentioned, with having, a change of direction or doing something that's just for you. Now, lastly, Libra, we have a full moon in Taurus, which is conjunct Uranus. It's an exact conjunction in the 8th house, and that's on the 31st of October on Halloween. So this could play out a number of different ways. You could have a sudden release from a fear or a phobia which has plagued you for most of your life or your entire life, and all of a sudden you're like, I'm not afraid anymore. Like this has left me. I'm not worried. You have a sudden sense of freedom from whatever it is that's been troubling you. It could also be a sudden inheritance, especially from your mother's side. The reason I say that is because Uranus represents anything which is shocking or unexpected, and it's, you know, out of the blue. And when I say shocking, it doesn't necessarily mean it's a good thing. It doesn't necessarily mean that it's a bad thing. It just means that whatever happens is quite unexpected. On another level, just be mindful with your mutual resources, because there could be some unexpected change, whether that's to do with your partner's source of income, because obviously, you know, you're pulling your incomes, well, you're not pulling your incomes together, but that affects you if you have mutual resources together. And I just want to clarify, if this is someone that you're just like dating or whatever, that's not what I'm referring to. That's you know, more of your light-hearted romantic affairs. I'm talking about your actual life partner or your spouse, intimate partner, could be a business partner as well. So there could be some shocking development regarding your mutual resources. It could play out as they're spending money on something that you didn't know about, or vice versa. It could be something that you would, you know, just trying to hide that, like, that 10th purchase that you've made during lockdown that you thought no one was going to notice. Again, like, it doesn't have to be a big deal or a drama. It doesn't have to be anything sinister. It's just something to be aware of. But anyway, Libra, I hope that you enjoyed this monthly horoscope for you for October 2020. If you enjoyed this video, please like it. If you want to see more content from me and more videos, not just monthly videos, I also do tarot and other videos as well, please subscribe to my channel. All right, Libra, take care for now. Have a great October, and I'll see you next time.